breaking new details on the deadly attack overnight in New Orleans. The New Orleans coroner just confirmed that at least 15 people are dead. Police say a man intentionally drove straight into a crowd celebrating the new year. The driver is dead and is being investigated as an act of terrorism. The FBI identified that driver this afternoon. They also said they don't believe he was solely responsible for the attack, and they're reviewing video that shows people dragging explosive devices into place. Investigators say an ISIS flag was found inside the truck in the wake of the attack. Tonight's Sugar Bowl that was scheduled to be played in New Orleans has been postponed until tomorrow. Let's get live to Lisa Rozner in Times Square. Lisa, the NYPD says it's closely monitoring the situation in Louisiana. Is that right?
That is correct, Dick. And right now, the NYPD and the governor say there are no credible threats to New York or New York City. However, local and state police are on high alert.
The confetti's still falling as police barricades have been set aside. But in Times Square and across New York, police are on high alert hours after a driver plowed through a busy New Orleans street.
I feel very secure in here the last night.
I'm a retired bus operator for New York City Transit. I've worked through 9/11, I've worked through Sandy, I've worked through many of the calamities that we've had. So for me, this is par for the course.
In 2017, New York City saw a similar act of terrorism. Sayfullo Saipov killed 8 people on the West Side Highway bike path with a rented truck. Earlier that year, Richard Rojas crashed in Times Square, killing 1 person. He was found not responsible due to mental illness. The city has since installed large concrete barriers in heavy pedestrian areas.
You have an intelligence unit within the NYPD that specifically focuses on threats outside of New York, whether it's overseas, whether it's domestically, and they embrace those teachable moments.
Law enforcement sources say the Joint Terrorism Task Force and the NYPD have real-time information on the New Orleans investigation.
I feel fairly safe here, but you know, it is what it is. Sadly, it happens.
Law enforcement sources say a December FBI bulletin addressed concerns about vehicle ramming on New Year's Eve. This year, the NYPD extended the frozen zone where vehicles cannot enter to prevent a vehicle-borne attack. On Monday, we spoke with the Deputy Commissioner for Intelligence and Counterterrorism about how crosstown streets were blocked off with trucks.
It's a way to harden a perimeter around an area that is very densely populated with buildings, people, and obviously we want to prevent ingress of a vehicle.
And Lisa Rozner joins us now. Lisa, you said the NYPD will have access to New Orleans' real-time investigation. What will they be looking for to keep people safe here?
Well, for one, the NYPD bomb squad is going to want to know what the contents of the devices were found in this incident, as well as how they were made, so they can learn how to potentially disarm them. Also, the NYPD has a very unique sharing network here with hotels, retailers, and car rental agencies. So if something like that were to ever happen here, they can tap into those resources immediately. We're live in Times Square. Lisa Rozner, CBS News, New York.
All right, Lisa, thanks very much. Mayor Adams responding to the attack on social media, writing, "Heartbreaking to wake up and hear of the horrific act of terrorism in New Orleans this morning. I'm praying for the victims who lost their lives, all of those who were injured, and the city in mourning today. We stand ready to offer assistance in whichever way we can." Our coverage on the deadly attack in New Orleans continues with former NYPD Detective Sergeant Felipe Rodriguez. And Felipe, thank you for joining us. We're told that New Orleans has video of accomplices. What are they doing with that video right now? And do you think at some point we might be able to see it?
Well, at this point, remember, these are active individuals or actors that are being sought after. The most important thing is to be able to identify them. And after that is gather enough information so we're able to either track them down via, electronic sort of surveillance or physical information that we develop, and then execute search warrants. We have to get them quickly because we don't know if this is some form of sleeper cell, and they might be up to some other terrorist attack at this point.
Yeah, an attack somewhere else. And then the big question is, how is the NYPD communicating with either the FBI or New Orleans officials to help get information, to help any kind of intelligence that they might have?
That's one thing that I could definitely say from years of experience. The NYPD is top-notch when it comes to its intelligence gathering. We have a real-time crime center that can disseminate information almost instantly. Remember, we have a vast network of cell phones that the new officers are equipped with, and they're able to bring about pictures, video, anything at all that could be needed in an investigation or an apprehension of an individual can be disseminated within seconds. And that's an incredible tool for crime fighting.
Now, you know, Felipe, the NYPD is usually ahead of the game with these things. Were you surprised that those bollards that keep people from driving across areas where there are pedestrians, that they weren't really ready to go down in New Orleans?
Well, the reports haven't been confirmed, but some of the information that I've gathered says that these bollards that they did have in place, or the pneumatic type of barriers, were actually out for service. I just think that, you know what, the terrorists did their homework. A lot of people in the terrorism game, you know, we say cops have to be lucky every day. A terrorist only has to be lucky once. And I think they were able to exploit that situation that the equipment wasn't in place and do such a horrific act.
Indeed it was. Felipe Rodriguez, thank you for joining us. And we're getting this just in, a look at the attacker who is now dead. This is Shamsuddin Bahar Jabbar. A spokesperson for the U.S. Army says Jabbar was a veteran and was in the Army from January 2009 to July 2020. He held the rank of staff sergeant and was deployed to Afghanistan. And let's take a live look right now at Bourbon Street in New Orleans as police continue their investigation from the scene. Coming up on the CBS Evening News at 6:30, a live report from Louisiana and team coverage with new information about the attacker's background and reaction from the White House.